All right.
Welcome.
Okay, so I should be live. I'm gonna give it a few minutes just to let some people join in and tell me that they can actually see me and that everything is in fact in order. All right.
Welcome.
Okay, so I should be live. I'm gonna give it a few minutes just to let some people join in and tell me that they can actually see me. Okay, so let me know in the chat if you can hear me. And
Alright, okay, I know that there's a pretty big delay.
Yeah. Okay, so I should be live. I'm gonna give it a few minutes just to let some people join in and tell me that they can actually see me. Okay, let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Alright, okay, I know that there's like pretty delay without any issue. Yeah. Okay, so I should be live. I'm gonna give you a minute Is it okay now? Okay. Okay, yeah. I think that I know what the issue was, and the issue was that I am a complete idiot and should not be allowed to be responsible for anything. And that was frankly the problem. But I think it was fixed. Okay. So once again, I apologize for all of that, but it really would not be a true YouTube live stream if it started out perfectly. But welcome to Binge Watch, where we talk about stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about TV. Still echoing. Oh my god. What is going on? I'm gonna try and fix this, everybody. Let me try. Alright, let me know if this is better. Let me know if this works better. I've switched microphones. Oh my god. Bumpy starts. Is it better? Is it a little bit better now? Not better. Holy, alright. Okay. I do not know what's going on. These are the exact same settings that I had for the last stream. So I'm not sure what's going on. We'll get it though. That's All right. Let's see. So it's still really bad. Thanks for hanging in there. Oh my god. I seriously have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I did not change anything. I'm going to try to resolve this. Boop. The output of my video says stream only. Domino. That might be exactly what's going on. I'm gonna resolve this. Alright. I'm using this mic. The mic from the headphones. That's what I'm using. That's what I used last time. Last time it worked perfectly. It's like you have the stream playing and it's being picked up by the mic. Yeah, the speakers are off. YouTube is on mute. Oh, okay. Do we have it? Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Okay. I've set every possible setting I could find on XSplit to low, down, try to shut everything down. hopefully this is better, and hopefully you don't have to suffer through this. But if it gets shitty again, please let me know as we go through the stream. Okay. Are we good now, though? I hope so. Wow, that was not a bumpy start. That was a nightmare. I am not good at this. I will get better, though. Alright. So for the third time, and hopefully I'll only have to go through this like 2 or 3 more times. Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and I apologize for that kind of bumpy start. Scott says the stream is very laggy now. I don't know if... Do I have anything to do with that? Can I change that somehow? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna start, and hopefully this is gonna be good. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about in this stream is a bunch of new shows that are coming out for 2016. A bunch of new shows, a bunch of new seasons. It's going to be, I want to talk a little bit about Colony, a little bit about Billions, the Shannara Chronicles, the new season of The 100. All right, great. I'm getting some. Okay. X-Files coming back, some Doctor Who news that just broke recently. All of that is, I want to talk about all of that. And also, let's just do some Q&A as well, like we did last time. Sorry, I'm just a little bit still distracted because of everything that just went down. Okay, so first of all, who got a chance to watch Billions and Colony that aired last week, and Legends of Tomorrow as well? Yes, there are some Doctor Who news. Which of you got the chance to watch these new shows? I just watched the first episode of Billions, and I watched the first episode of Colony. I really liked the first episode of Billions. I love Paul Giamatti and Maggie Siff's character. I did think that Damian Lewis's character was kind of a stereotypical rich asshole, which, I don't know, I'm kind of hoping that his character, because he's a really good actor, I'm hoping that his character is going to evolve into something other than just the same stereotype that we've probably seen many different times before on other TV shows. But the premise of the show is not something too original. It's not something that we haven't seen before, but I do think this is going to be a very powerful, character-driven kind of show, and I'm really looking forward to that because they have some really heavy hitters there, some heavyweight actors, and at least for the pilot, I thought it was really good, especially on the Department of Justice side, Paul Giamatti's side, and Maggie Siff's side. That was absolutely great. And I'm seeing that some of you have also seen Legends of Tomorrow, so I'm gonna put a pin in Billions and go back to that a little bit later, and I do want to talk about Legends of Tomorrow. So, okay. I want you to let me know if you liked both Arrow and The Flash, and if you liked one of them better, and why, while I'm kind of starting to pick it up with Legends of Tomorrow. So, I think that Legends of Tomorrow kind of took where the direction that The Flash is kind of going in, where it's kind of a silly TV show, it's kind of a silly comic book show, but it's still very much grounded in good storytelling. I mean, I do really believe that The Flash does storytelling very well, and it has the perfect balance between being a silly and fun comic book show and good storytelling. And I talked a little bit about this in a video that I made last week. And I think that Legends of Tomorrow is going to be geared specifically just for, fans of these two shows. If you're not a fan of either one of these shows, this is not going to make any sense to you. I did enjoy the first episode of Legends of Tomorrow. I do think it might be a bit too much, because it seems to be trying really hard to be over the top and silly and, the kind of catchphrasey kind of thing, because they don't spend a lot of time telling a story, I think. I think they're mainly just gonna be focused on what crazy new thing happens in this season, in this new episode. All right. Let's take a look at the chat. All right, Scott says that Legends was pretty okay. Yeah, it was kind of how I felt about it. Pork Shop Review says, I liked both The Flash. I liked both equally, The Flash and Arrow. The Flash had a weaker comeback. So you think that Season 2 of Flash is weaker than Season 4 of The Flash? I disagree. I still think that The Flash is the better show. I just think that Arrow kind of finally came into its own with Season 4. All right, we got Jason from Seasoned Reviews. I was just over on his stream. Got cringy at times. What was that on Arrow? Flash is probably better, but I don't think it's as amazing as a lot of people say. I don't know. I think the amazing thing about Flash that a lot of people are talking about is not necessarily that as a show it's this, incredible piece of television, but it seemed to have gotten something right about comic book shows. Because as I see it, on the one side you have shows like Arrow and Flash and Supergirl and Gotham and the short-lived Constantine. That's kind of on the one side, the freak of the week, million episode per season kind of style of show. And among those, I think that The Flash did something way better than the rest of them, and that is what people are gravitating towards, and that's why it's kind of above the pack, and people are giving it a lot of praise. On the other side of that, you have the more actual dramas like Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and I'm sure that the Punisher and Luke Cage are going to be, exactly the same. But that is a different caliber, I would guess, a different caliber of shows that are not even comparable to shows like The Flash and Arrow. I mean, I don't feel that I can compare Daredevil to Arrow anymore, that I can compare any other Netflix original to these shows. Sorry, that was my phone. All right. So let me just share something with you. Because I was kind of freaking out about the stream not working, I sent a text message to a friend of mine that is on the stream right now. But because I was freaking out, I accidentally sent the text message to someone else that I knew like years ago and haven't spoken to in a very long while, and now she just texted me back with kind of like, what the fuck? And now it's awkward. So yeah, we got drama. Okay. I have a question about Making a Murderer. I did not watch Making a Murderer just yet. I do hear it's incredible, and I can already say that it's probably an important piece of television without even watching it yet. But, yeah. Awkward text. Vinyl. Domino is asking about Vinyl. Yeah, Vinyl is an HBO show that's it's made by Mick Jagger. It's probably gonna be good. All right, Jason, why do you think that Flash was frustrating this week? I know that you talked about this on your stream, but I probably was kind of zoned out. Yeah. So Scott says, and we have a few people that agree with him about having a 2-hour premiere for Legends of Tomorrow. I don't know where they would have taken that, because I mean, they obviously took all the exposition that they needed to set up Legends of Tomorrow. They took all of that and they put that in like the first 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, like 5 minutes of the episode. Like, yeah, I'm this time traveling guy and I'm gonna need a team, okay, and you, and they kind of planted seeds for that in The Flash and Arrow, just kind of a little bit, and the rest of the exposition was just the trailers. It's almost as if the show assumed that you've watched the trailers and you know the premise and you're good to go. So if they had 2 hours, the only question is, where would they have taken that? If they did like a full 30-minute exposition of why and everything, I think people would just get bored, because, you know, people came for the, I don't know, poor man's Avengers, I want to say, maybe the poor man's Suicide Squad. All right. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to spoil anything about I don't want to spoil anything about The Flash, so yeah, so I'm gonna stop myself there. Yeah. Opinions on How I Met Your Mother. We talked about that last time as well. How I Met Your Mother, first 3 seasons, funny, awesome sitcom. Later, I'm not there to watch a drama, but first 3 seasons was some of the funniest sitcom, one of the funniest sitcoms I've seen. We got Sven here, Sven V. First live stream that I see. Yeah, what's up, Sven? Sven, for those of you who don't know him, is one of the very few vloggers that I watch consistently, even though I don't post a lot of comments on your channel. Sven, I love your vlogs, I do. And you're one of the very few vloggers that I watch. Scott says, don't fill those 2 hours with exposition, fill it with action. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if I would have watched 2 hours of Legends of Tomorrow, like, for a single episode, because I got what I needed. All right. Whew. Okay, my phone is saying stuff. I'm still getting requests for follow-ups on that awkward text. So Hila, if you're still on the stream, I want you to know that this is your fault. Have you already watched House of Cards? I did not watch all of House of Cards yet. I watched season 1, season 2. I watched some of season 3. I have to say that I'm not liking season 3 as much as I did the previous 2 seasons. I still think that season 1 is the strongest, but season 2 was meh. Get back to that text. I missed something. What is the conversation about Neil Patrick Harris in the chat? You gotta fill me in, guys. Oh, for Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events on Netflix. Is that going to be that musical that you were talking about? Yeah. Okay, so that was about Legends of Tomorrow. There are a few more there are a few more shows that I want to cover, and then I'll get to a few of the shows that you guys were talking about. Let's bring it back to Colony and the 100. And also, I have something to say about the Shannara Chronicles as well. Have anyone here watched the Shannara Chronicles? Did you? I mean, the new MTV shows? I watched 4 episodes of that. But I want to know if you watched it as well before I tell you what I think about it. In the meantime, Domino asks, does anybody else think that Marvel is making too many shows for Netflix No, there is no such thing as too many shows on Netflix. There is no such thing, Domino. There is no such thing. Yep. And Sons of Anarchy is my favorite show, and Buffy is awesome, although the first season of Buffy is almost unwatchable. Not afraid to say that. Okay, so I'm guessing that not a lot of you have seen the Shannara Chronicles. Knight says, I don't even know what show you mean. If you're talking about that. Okay, so let's talk about this for a little bit. MTV made a scripted TV show called the Shannara Chronicles that is, I think, based on a series of young adult novels, because that is what you base things off of these days. So I was kind of expecting it to be like a Hunger Games Divergent version of, a classic high fantasy D&D style story. YodaBet says, I just got Cinemax's Banshee worth watching. Yes, watch all of Banshee all of the time. It's a great show. But anyway, I'm getting distracted easily. The Shannara Chronicles is I think it's the first scripted show by MTV. Also, already not a great sign. And here's the deal about it. If you've ever played D&D with your friends, which I know some of you have, it feels like the first time that you ever played D&D, and you're not really sure what's going on, so you're not gonna put a lot of effort into building a great character or really acting out your character, because it still kind of feels funny, and the DM has to tell you everything about the story. You can't really progress by yourself, so everything is exposition. So that is what the Shannara Chronicles feels like. You have Crixus from Spartacus, Manu Bennett. He is like the one person that this show is a really good fit for. He does what he does. He's very good at the very specific role that he does. And then you got all of these other, young adult models, I guess, that basically, very, very kind of difficult to watch deliveries and acting, but it really does feel like a bunch of people on their first D&D kind of adventure, and they have no idea what's going on. Someone just their friends kind of invited them there and told like, oh, this could be fun, man. I mean, let's try it out. It's, I kind of want all of you to watch it and then make fun of it with me. That is what I'm getting at. I'm definitely going to finish watching it just so I could make a video about it. It's kind of bad. It has a lot of potential. It has some really cool visuals. The bad guys look cool. And it's really like a very, very dumbed down version of high fantasy story for people who watch MTV, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it right now. Knight says, just a random comment. Wow, a bunch of people spread across the world talking about TV show. What a great time to live in. I so agree with that. That is... Okay. Okay, oh, Porkchop, did you read the Shannara Chronicles? So yeah, did you guys read the books? Are the books good? Was there a movie for it? I'm kind of scrolling up the comments. Someone asks, what's Banshee? Banshee is the show that has the greatest fight choreographies and the greatest fight scenes in all of television. That is what Banshee is. And it's also a pretty solid story around that, but yeah. Okay, so obviously I didn't read the Shannara books, so I don't have anything to compare with. But the show, man, I mean, the thing I appreciate about shows is storytelling, right? The stories, the characters, the shows they live in, that's where that kind of comes from. And the way that they do storytelling there, the way that they tell you the story, is the characters just say the plot. They say exposition. They like, we need to go to the forest. Oh, you mean the forest where this and this happens, and then this happens, and this, and if we don't do this, then this will happen? That is the forest that you're talking about? Yeah, dude, that's the one. And then turn to the audience, like, did you get that, audience? Are we good to go? That is what this show is like. Circling back to new shows, though. This is a very ADD sort of stream. Okay. Okay, so Colony. Colony is a new show that started recently. It's a show by USA, the same network that has Suits, which is a show that I started watching, then stopped watching, and need to start watching again. And it's about an alien invasion to Earth, and they kind of walled off the whole Los Angeles area. At least that's where the show takes place. And each kind of metropolitan area is called a block, and we're kind of seeing what life is inside that block. And I'm guessing that the story is going to go with there's a resistance that is against the occupation, and they will either join the resistance, or they will join the government that was put in place by the hosts, which I'm guessing are the aliens. They have this whole which side are you going to choose kind of marketing campaign around it. I watched the first episode and some of the second episode right before the stream, and I really like the premise. The only thing that really bugged me is the main guy. It's the same guy that plays Sawyer on Lost. Didn't really like him because he feels like a 80s action hero, like with the square jaw and everything. And there's one of the first scenes that you see with him is that he accidentally drops an egg on the floor while making breakfast. And the way he reacts to it is like, the egg! And I don't know. I mean, the rest of the show feels like kind of a quality piece, I guess, and he's really out of place. He feels not at the same place as the rest of the story. Okay, so Colony was pretty cool. A lot of potential running rampant. Okay, let me kind of scroll up on the comments. Oh, we got 404 Fat Man. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. How you doing? Okay. So Sven asks about Penny Dreadful. Did I watch it? Penny Dreadful is an incredible show. Even if you're not into the fantasy kind of stuff with vampires and werewolves and demons and all of that, just for Eva Green's acting, just for her performance in that show, it's a must watch. I didn't watch season 2 yet, but season 1, I watched it a long time before I started doing binge watchers, and that's why I didn't review it, because I don't remember it well enough to kind of talk details about it. But it's a must watch. It's a really, really impressive show as far as production value, how good it looks, but just her performances in that. I think I might have written a script for that long ago. I'm gonna have to revisit that. I'm gonna make a video for season 1 and 2, but definitely watch Penny Dreadful. It's great. Okay. Are you going to watch season 4 of Orange is the New Black? Yes, I am. Hopefully. I don't remember that. I think that comes out in June. And hopefully I'll be able to binge watch all of it and make a video about it. But it's the type of show that if I didn't want to make a video about it, I probably wouldn't binge it, because I was very disappointed by season 3. Season 3 was just kind of all over the place. It didn't have a main storyline. It was just kind of a collection of things of this happened and then that happened. They really don't focus on any one character anymore. and I really only liked season 1. Season 2 and season 3 was a fun watch, but not a very fun binge watch. It's not like a show that I really got into. I'm hoping that for season 3, they're gonna put the focus back on either Piper or just anyone, but have a main protagonist for the story. Or if you're not gonna have a main character, that's completely fine, but have a story. I mean, tell us a story. I didn't really appreciate in season 3 that was interesting, closed off stories. Some of them were better than others, but as a whole, I felt that nothing really moved from the moment that I started the season to the point where I ended the season. And I don't know, I didn't really like that. Okay. By Fringe season 10, are you talking about The X-Files? Okay, so did you know that some first reviews are starting to roll in for The X-Files, and they're actually pretty bad? I've watched a lot of X-Files on Netflix. Ever since it was on Netflix, I've been watching a lot of, mostly the mythology episode. I'm probably going to make a video about which episodes you should watch for the revival. And the revival is only going to be 6 episodes. I'm super excited for it, but I don't know. I mean, they did kind of a TV spot for it, like a 30-minute TV spot, and everything that they showed there was not great, so I'm kind of worried for it. All right. Sven, you should definitely get into Luther. It's a great show. Actually, Becky, that's a really good. I mean, the reason that you said season 10 of Fringe and then people freaked out. But that's, I mean, the reason that I like that is that one of the things that I noticed about Fringe as I was watching it, as you can notice in Supernatural as well, is the immense effect that the X-Files had on these shows. So yeah, it's a good segue. Yeah, but I don't know. I would probably be more excited for season 6 of Fringe than I would for season 10 of X-Files. Although Fringe was very well wrapped up. I mean, I love that Fringe was, even though that season 5 was a fan service season, it wasn't supposed to be a thing, and then they made it into a thing because like fans demanded it, so they closed off the story. But I think they did it really well. All right, Domino says, top 3 shows on my list to watch: Downton Abbey, How to Get Away with Murder, and The Sopranos. That is not a bad list, man. I have not watched Downton Abbey, I have to confess. Okay. So, we have, according to the reviews of the new X-Files, first episode poor, second episode good, and third is a new classic. Man, I hope that's true. I don't know. I mean, they did a really spoilery TV spot, which did not make it look good. Because we've seen everything that we could see as far as Freak of the Week stuff goes on other shows. I'm not interested in seeing more of that. Motorcycle outside my window. Would you shut the hell up? Thank you. Fringe did have good closure. Okay, season 3 of The 100. Did any of you watch the season premiere? The season premiere for season 3 of The 100. Did you? Man, I'm hating this delay because I don't have to explain that one. So yeah, if you watched the reviews that I made for season 1 and season 2 of The 100, you know that season 1, not great, kind of falls into the same pitfalls as, you know, it feels like young adult fiction. It feels like it has a very specific target audience. But then somewhere halfway through season 1, it takes a very dark turn and it becomes maybe a show where the story is not really solid, but it becomes into a show that's kind of really interesting to watch. And then with season 2, it graduates into a solid story and, okay performances. I didn't think the performances were great, but great production value. The show looks great, cool action scenes, and the story. I mean, the story in season 2 I thought was very good. I really enjoyed it. So I was kind of excited for season 3. I have to say that I was a little disappointed with the season premiere for The 100. I really like when a season, especially in a show like that, kind of starts out with a bang, and it really didn't. It was I felt it was a kind of a low-key episode. They did touch on everything, all the loose ends from the end of season 2, which I thought was great because I really wanted to see what happened with all of those things. John Murphy is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters on that show, and I'm really starting to dislike Clark as a character. And I'm not going to say a lot more than that, not to spoil anything. And kissing chicks. Yeah. Season 3, episode 1 of The 100 features girls kissing. And that is really all you need for television. Alright, Domino says, I personally felt that season 3 of House of Cards was the best season, although lots of people thought it was the worst season. So I didn't finish it yet, but right now I have to say that I'm not liking it as much as the other seasons. But maybe that will change. Alright. Becky says she stopped on season 2 because it was too childish. The 100? Yeah, I don't know. Could be. The delay is freaking frustrating. Alright, so Orange is the New Black comes out June 17th. I remember that because it's my wedding day. Okay, so yeah, my friend Hila is on the stream right now. She's getting married June 17th. So I'm guessing I will do... it appears that I will do 3 things on June 17th. No! You're getting married at like noon. So maybe I'll watch like a 1 episode, 2 episodes, like 3 episodes, 4 episode tops, like no more than 5 episodes, like maybe just 6 episodes of Orange is the New Black in the morning. Then I'll go to the wedding. And then I'll probably get on a plane that night and fly to San Francisco. That is how it looks. All right. Sven asks, Ron, did you watch Suits? I'm freaking addicted to that show. So I watched Suits with my wife for, I think, like 3 seasons. What season is it in now? Is it, I think, season 5 or season 4? I loved it. I loved the show. I really do. I think that, I mean, the characters were great. The banter was great. It was funny, but it just became like too much of the same thing at some point for me, and I just stopped watching it. I took a break from it, and that break was, I don't know, from I think mid-season 2 or mid-season 3. I don't know. I need to get back to it, but it kind of became a blur. I mean, the entire show. I didn't remember if the last episodes that I saw, was it good, was it bad, because it all just kind of became a blur. I think the last story that I saw was just when they were wrapping up the whole arc with Daniel, like before Harvey becomes a partner, I think, was when I saw it. All right. Maxim says Good Wife is much better than Suits. It's also a courthouse drama, right? I didn't watch it yet. Sven says that it gets him in a productive, ambitious mood. Suits does? Yeah, I can dig that. I can relate to that. Jason says, I think watching Frank Underwood be a badass is best part of House of Cards. Season 3 is a lot more of his back against the wall. Yep, I can agree with that. Yodabad asks, should I watch Battlestar Galactica? So, I've been meaning to binge Battlestar Galactica for a while now. Haven't yet. I can already tell you that you should watch it based off of the first episode because it was great, and I think it's gonna be amazing. Okay, here's hoping your channel gets more exposure this year. You deserve it. Aw, that's so sweet of you to say. Thanks. Just some kid 33. Thank you. I love that. Thank you for that. I also hope. Yeah. Wow, please watch and review The Good Wife. It's amazing, Maxim says. I will. Although the only problem is that it already has like a bunch of seasons. So it's the same question. Should I do a video for every season? Or should I do, like watch the whole thing, which will take me a long while, and make a series review like I did for Sons of Anarchy? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Ron, did you watch the teaser for Marseille on Netflix? Do I have an idea what that show is going to be about? I don't. I know it's going to be released that year. I have watched the teaser. It's going to be like a period piece drama. I don't know exactly what it's going to be about. I do believe it's going to be great because, Netflix originals. But let's kind of... Marseille, Netflix. Let's look that up and see. Okay, so Marseille is an upcoming French television series created by Who Cares, starring Gerard. I'm not like the one famous French actor who isn't Jean Reno, that other guy, the blonde one. The series is the first French original production on Netflix, so I think it's actually going to be in French, which is going to be super interesting since they did Narcos and they did the Cuervos one about the soccer team, which is in Spanish that I didn't watch yet, but I want to get to. So now they're going to do one in French. Super interesting. It's going to be 8 episodes. It's going to release on the 5th of May. Yeah. Awesome. 8 episodes. That's an easy binge. Cool. Please watch and review Black Mirror and Utopia. I might. I have watched Black Mirror, not all of it, a lot of it, and I loved every single minute of what I watched so far. So you're right, I will make a video about it soon. And Utopia, I don't think I think I've heard about that show. Could you tell me a little bit about what it's about? Tell me a little bit about the show. All right. Both of those shows are great. Ron, did you watch Underwear? It's a Japanese Netflix original, anime-ish, very funny. Is it called Underwear? I did not hear about. First time I'm hearing about that. A Netflix original, which is the first time I'm hearing about. Yeah. So, have you heard about the show Beowulf that premieres tonight on Esquire? I've heard about it. I didn't see it yet, so I don't have any thoughts. I do like the Beowulf story, and I do like high fantasy, so hopefully it's going to be good. I have never heard of the Esquire network, though, before this show. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. Oh my god, now I feel silly for not knowing Utopia, the show. Is it on Netflix or Amazon Prime? Is it anywhere on Hulu? I don't know, anywhere that I can watch it? Angie Tribeca is going to be I think maybe it already started. I don't know. Angie Tribeca is supposed to be a parody of cop shows, and if it's going to be anything like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm going to love it. Okay. Alright, so Hila says that can't wait for more Black Mirror episodes. Anyone knows when they're coming to Netflix? I think that some of it that I watched is already on Netflix. Let's Netflix this up and take a look. Because, I'm pretty sure that I watched the Christmas special on Netflix. Black Mirror. Alright, Black Mirror, and it says new episodes. It has 3 seasons. Oh my god, ambulance. Oh my god. Can you not see that I'm doing a live stream here? All right, there are 3 seasons of Black Mirror on. No, it's 2 seasons in White Christmas. So no, they don't have the new episodes yet. Okay. So they're saying that Angie Tribeca is not like Brooklyn Nine-Nine at all. Do you think that Luke Cage will hold up to Jessica Jones and Daredevil? I think that Daredevil was better than Jessica Jones. As a show, I loved Jessica Jones. I loved the main story, but anything on Jessica Jones that wasn't the main story of Jessica versus Kilgrave was not as great. I do think that Luke Cage is going to be a very solid show. I think it's going to be a good show. It's definitely going to be up there with Daredevil and Jessica Jones if it's anywhere like those 2 shows. The track record is good. All right. Jason says he's not sure where I can find Utopia. It's not on Netflix UK. Okay, I might have to go into other venues to kind of look for that. Okay. Alright, so I Want to Believe too is asking, are you going to watch the X-Files revival if I'm excited? So yeah, we talked about this a little bit. I am super excited for it. I don't have a good feeling about it, judging by the things that we've seen so far. The reviews are in and it says that first 2 episodes are not great, 3rd episode is good. And the thing that I kind of gather from that, it's going to be a very freak of the week kind of thing again, because I don't know if you haven't watched X-Files. So X-Files, over their 9-season run, they had either Monster of the Week episodes or Mythology episodes, with a lot more Monster of the Week episodes overall. And they said that they were going to do a balance between those 2 on the revival, but the revival is only 6 episodes. So I'm really not interested in any Monster of the Week. I mean, maybe just on the first episode to kind of get us back into things, but I would really like to see more of the Hannibal approach to things, because on Hannibal they had the main story, and in the background for that story, just kind of to fill the gaps, they had their case in every episode, at least for up to season 2. So I'm kind of hoping it'll be something like that and not just full on focused on one thing each episode. Chris Carter is going to milk the X-Files as far as he can. Well, when you have a money-making machine. Okay, so I'm probably missing a lot of good stuff in the comments. Let me just scroll up. All right, we got 90 full awesome. That's a good handle. Daredevil Season 2, what are your thoughts? Daredevil Season 2, I think, is going to be pretty amazing because, I mean, first of all, Punisher, I'm super excited for that, and I think that Shane from The Walking Dead is going to do... I think he's going to be so good as Punisher that they will cancel Iron Fist and just give him a show. So... the reason that I loved the first season of Daredevil so much was because it was such a good crime drama, like not a superhero show. Jessica Jones wasn't a superhero show either, but I think that Daredevil was the better crime drama, and that's a genre that I'm really into. I really like that. And also they have so much to explore with Wilson Fisk. So I think that season 2 is, I intentionally didn't read a lot about it, so I don't really know what the story is going to be. I watch a lot of Emergency Awesome videos from Charlie Schneider, but I didn't watch any of the videos that he made about Daredevil season 2, just intentionally. I think it's going to take an even darker turn on season 2. And I'm really looking forward to see most of the season being Daredevil going up against Punisher because of the different ways that they do things, the different ways that they go about crime fighting. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of my favorite things of 2016. And if it's not amazing, I'll be disappointed. Okay. Is Iron Fist Dexter Morgan? I don't know. Is he? Is he? because I don't know. Rose Leslie's in the second season of Utopia. If that helps, watch please. The first thing I'm gonna do after this stream is gonna be to look up Utopia because I remember the name from somewhere. Did they also do a US version for this? Okay. I heard Wilson Fisk is not going to appear in Daredevil 2. Well, now you've done it. Maybe he's not going to appear, but he's probably going to be referenced, right? Right? Did anyone watch the latest Olan Rogers video? Never mind. But there was a show that I wanted to talk about, Doctor Who. Yeah, that show. Okay, so Stephen Moffat is stepping down as showrunner after season 10, and the guy who did Broadchurch is going to step in as a showrunner, which I think that the internet kind of welcomes. I think that generally people have a very complicated love-hate relationship with Stephen Moffat as the showrunner of Doctor Who. I think he's done great things for the show. I think he is an incredibly talented writer, and not a lot of people would be able to run a show like Sherlock and Doctor Who at the same time. Incredible. Hats off to him. But I think it's a very welcome change, and I'm super excited to see what sort of massive change they'll do between season 10 and season 11, because you could feel that the show was different the minute Russell T Davies left and Moffat came in. I do hope that Moffat will still write episodes here and there, because he did write some of the best episodes that were on Doctor Who. He did write some amazing episodes, and I think that at least for one-off stories, he's incredible. But yeah, and a lot of people have been looking into the track record for this guy that's stepping in, that's stepping in to kind of fill that gap. I don't think it's really, it doesn't have to be about his ability to write great episodes, because he can have Stephen Moffat write, he can have, Mark Gatiss write, he can have super talented writers that have proven themselves time and time again, and he can have super talented directors, and that will make the episodes. But it's more about giving the show a better general direction and pulling new people into it, and making us, like the hardcore fans, making us feel better about the show. And Moffat is kind of strayed away from that path. Into very kind of the way, pretty much being too much in love with himself, with the character being too much in love with itself. It's not as fun to watch anymore. I still think it's great, and I still think season 9 was absolutely amazing. But yeah, I think it's a super welcome change. Okay. Let's see. Sherlock, the Sherlock Con in London in September. Wow, that sounds like a cool thing. Ron, have you ever considered watching Elementary, seeing as you like Sherlock? Elementary is the American version of Sherlock Holmes. It's a crime procedural where Sherlock helps the police solve crimes. Not very similar to Sherlock, the Stephen Moffat show, the BBC show. It's kind of different. I did watch a few episodes. I didn't think it was great. I did hear it got better. Do you think I should revisit it? Is it also like 22 episodes per season, or is it a manageable amount of episodes? Okay. Brr. So is there a Sherlock conference in London? Is that what you're saying? When is that? Maxim says Elementary is the bad version of Sherlock. Becky says Elementary is all right, but the BBC show blows it out of the water. Yeah, I don't think they're really competing with each other. Because I don't think they serve the same purpose. But it's probably not as bad as Broadchurch being remade into Grace Point. And I'm watching Broadchurch right now, and And I kind of want to watch Grace Point as well, just to make a comparison of those two. Sherlocked. Will Luther get more episodes? I don't know. Hila also says Elementary sucks. I don't think I'm going to be watching it. September. Okay, September is it's a long way. September is my birthday. Porkchop says Grace Point is good. Is it? I don't know. Here's the problem that I have with it. I didn't watch Grace Point. I watched a lot of Broadchurch, and it's really, really good. And I just watched the trailer for Grace Point, and it's the same show with the same lead actor. And I don't understand the excuse for remaking that. I mean, there isn't that big of a cultural gap that needs to be filled here for that remake to be necessary. I don't know. I mean, the show is already in English. It's the same actor. You can hear him breaking his teeth to make the the American accent. I don't know. I mean, if it's a good show, it owes everything back to Broadchurch, I would imagine. Because, yeah, you get my point. Okay. What do you think of Angie Tribeca? It's the same humor as the Naked Gun film series. I'm sold. I didn't watch Angie Tribeca yet, but I'm sold. Porkchop says that he agrees with my logic, but the Grace Point adaptation was brilliant. And yeah, Better Call Saul season 2 is coming soon, and I didn't finish season 1 yet. But I will soon. I'll make a video about it. Really bad at that. Okay. Jason says, "Oh yeah, you won't be able to afford VidCon. Won't be able to afford VidCon this year. Would you consider going to Summer in the City?" When is Summer in the City? Let me know when it is, and maybe I could, manage to be there. What do you think about Making a Murderer? Did not watch Making a Murderer yet. I do know of some people in the comments that did. I didn't watch it just yet. How long have we been going? I'm having fun. It's weird. Live streaming is weird. What? You didn't finish season 1 of Saul? Yeah, I know. I suck at this. Yeah, I should. Late August, I don't know. Summer in the City, August. I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage that, but I might. And if I will let you know. But I am going to be at VidCon in June 22nd, I think. So if any of you are going to be in VidCon, I demand that you high-five me while you're there. But August in London, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try though. That could be extremely cool. Okay, so we talked a little bit about Colony and Legends of Tomorrow and episode 1 of the 3rd season of The 100, and a little bit about the Shannara Chronicles, which it's a thing. Any other new shows that you're excited about that are either starting soon or already started that you're excited about? If I go to VidCon, I will be attached at your hip, I guess. If you go to VidCon, do this. High five me. What do you think about Peep Show? Peep Show, absolutely hilarious show. I really liked it. That and Little Britain. 2 incredibly funny shows. Peaky Blinders Season 3. Peaky Blinders Season 3 is coming this year as well. I don't know if they are going to have it streaming on Netflix as soon as it drops, but I'm super excited about it. And I think it drops late 2016, which sucks. Not very excited about Fuller House. So, yeah. So, Fuller House, I mean, if you think about it, the premise sounds kind of dark, right? Because it's about, I don't remember her name, TJ, I think, DJ. So it's about DJ, that she's all grown up and her husband died. And because she was married, she took her husband's last name, which was Fuller. So now her name is DJ Fuller, and that's why it's called Fuller House, and they are so clever. And I mean, whoever came up with that should probably resign. But Netflix originals do have a very good track record, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But really, the only way that I'm really gonna be into that is if it's extremely a lot darker than they advertise it. They advertise it like this sitcom with Bob Saget and like all the rest of the guys. But if it turns out to be a really hardcore drama and about how hard their lives are now, and I mean how shitty everything is, and I don't know, Stephanie does cocaine or something, I'm gonna be hooked. I'm gonna be watching all of that in a single day if that's gonna be the case. But otherwise, not so excited about that. Alright, the writer of Fuller House was probably drunk, like very drunk, Knight says. Jason says that Black Mirror Season 3 is going to be a Netflix original with 12 episodes. It sounds amazing, but it's probably not going to come out this year, right? Because it wasn't announced. Was it? Maybe Saget can drop some F-bombs. Oh my god. Yeah. Westworld looks really good. I did hear that the production on that was stopped because of reasons. I'm not sure why, but that's what I heard. But yeah, it looks amazing. So I'm seeing some comments about Into the Badlands. So that show is already running, right? I didn't get around to watching it yet. Into the Badlands. It has a 8.2 rating for seasons 1. Yeah, it's already running. It's been running since November. It's at episode 6 right now. It was on break. I didn't watch it yet, but I don't know. It looks cool. I want to ask you guys something, and I want you to let me know what you think. And Jason and I had this conversation, I think, a few times, like over the stream or on Twitter, about rating systems. So I've been getting a lot of comments lately, kind of telling me that I should maybe start using a rating system. That the reviews that I make, like the videos, are not enough of a recommendation at the end of the video, that people walk away not sure if they should kind of watch the show or not. The way that I try to look at these reviews is the exact same way that I like sit with a friend after watching a show, or with my wife or with anyone, kind of telling them what I thought about the show, and then they can take that information and, I don't know, kind of match that to their own personal taste and figure out if they want to watch it or not. That's really how I see the reviews. I don't really... The only problem with rating systems is that if you give one thing like if I give season 2 of The 100 a very good score, and then I give like Sons of Anarchy a very good score, obviously these shows are very different and serve different purposes, and you can't really compare them, right? And I know I talked about this a little bit already, but I feel that people get it. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes can give 100% to something and 100% to something else, and they will be on like different scales even. People get it. I don't think that is that much of an issue. So I kind of want to get what you guys feel about that. All right, so all right, Roll Tide says rating systems like Jeremy Johns is the best. Yeah, so Jeremy Johns uses like a sentence-based rating system, which I also think is good. But I also don't want to rip him off. I keep getting people telling me that I'm ripping off Chris Stuckman, no matter what I do. So I don't want them telling me that I'm ripping off Jeremy as well. Okay, so Porkchop says, when you say should you watch it after your paraphrase, say yes or no. So yeah, I try to do that. I try to do like after I say bottom line, should you watch it, to explain if I think you should watch it. But the problem is that I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I'm probably gonna. Okay, Jason says, I found that my rating system has pigeonholed me into looking contradictory. I think you don't need it. Just have your closing statements assert what you feel and who you think the show is for. That is very solid advice. Thank you, Jason. Knight says, I think you do a good show explaining who would like the show. Something like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna try when I do like the closing, when I do the bottom line, should you watch it, I'm gonna try to do a better job at of kind of saying who I think will enjoy this show the most, or maybe who will not enjoy that show. I think that's yeah. Okay, Roll Tide says, Chris Stuckman is kind of boring. You are not. Thanks, Roll Tide. I don't think Chris Stuckman is boring. I think his reviews are pretty insightful. But yeah, he is a bit monotone. He does have this thing kind of going on a little bit. Knight says, I think you do a good job. Thanks, Knight. That's awesome of you. Let me scroll up. Alright, so what I'm getting is... Alright, so what I'm getting is I'm not gonna be using a rating system. Okay. Problem solved. Porkchop says, you really have the best way of reviewing it. It highly influenced my own videos. To be honest, we've been over this. Yeah. And by the way, I did check out your channel. I'm sorry I didn't see that message that you sent me, because the YouTube messages, they don't pop up on my email. So every once in a while, I'll check the YouTube message thing and I'll see that someone sent me a message. So I'm sorry about that, but I did check out your channel and it did very much improve. And if I had anything to do with that, then thank you. That's awesome. Jason says that he likes Stuckman. Yeah, I like Stuckman as well. Whenever someone tells me that I have anything, that I do something like Chris Stuckman, I take it as a compliment. Okay. Have I missed some show? Is there a show that I wanted to talk about but didn't? Are you aware that I meant to drink some beer during this stream and I didn't? Because I forgot. Domino says, are you going to check out 11/22/63? Yes, definitely. I'm going to be getting Hulu just so I could watch that show. 11/22/63 is 11/22/63 is an original by Hulu, and they're making two originals that both look really good. One is 11/22/63, which is based on I think, Stephen King novel. And it's with James Franco, and it's about traveling back in time to stop the JFK assassination, and it looks really good. I'm going to be getting Hulu just for that. And they're also making a show called The Path with Aaron Paul. I have no idea what it's about, but the trailer looks really good. And it's from the creators of Friday Night Lights and Parenthood, two shows that I did not watch personally, but my wife did watch and is a big fan of Friday Night Lights and Parenthood. And I did watch some episodes of Parenthood, and everything that I watched from it had incredible performances. And The Path, the trailer looks pretty dark, so I think it's gonna be, I think it's good. All right, Jason says, have you watched One Punch Man? I've watched 2 episodes of One Punch Man, and I'm loving it so far. I don't watch a lot of anime. It's good. Pork Chop asking, I'm assuming Stuckman makes reviews. Yeah, Chris Stuckman is one of the top movie reviewers on YouTube. Like, it's him and Jeremy Johns and Joe's Knows, I don't know the name of the channel. But yeah, they're kind of at the top there. He's good. I like him. Domino says One Punch Man was awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna finish One Punch Man. Zomg. Did I miss Heroes? I mean, I did not miss Heroes. Heroes missed the mark. That's what happened there. I'm gonna finish Heroes and I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna shit all over it, as I'm sure Jason is about to as well. Heroes Reborn is really bad. I did not enjoy that show at all, and I didn't finish it. Pork Chop says, I think John's is best for films and you're best for shows. Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome of you to say. Okay. So, Red Letter Media has the best reviews. Jason says we'll shit on it together. We could. Do you want to do a collab on that? Do you want to collectively shit on Heroes, or did you already make the movie? The video. Okay. If you guys have any questions for me about anything, please put them in the comments. I will be doing another Q&A video pretty soon, and hopefully I will finally get back to the vlogging channel that I started, posted 2 videos, and then kind of forgot about because I suck. But I had a lot of fun making those videos, so I'm going to get back to that and hopefully do like a semi-daily thing on it. But yeah, any questions that you might have for me here, go for it as well. Okay, Sean says, The Magicians looks like everything Harry Potter series could have been, but it wasn't. The Magicians, I've only seen trailers. I have to say, not very excited about it based on the trailers. But who knows? I mean, doesn't look great at all. Fargo Season 2 review. I have not watched Season 2 yet. I'm not done with it. Definitely going to be reviewing it on the upcoming month, I think. And Hannibal Season 3. Those are the reviews I'm planning. Alright, the reviews that are my upcoming reviews, you can go to bingewatchers.space/vote and take a look at what's going to be in the pipeline. But it's going to be Hannibal Season 3, The Fall is coming, Luther Season 2 is coming, House of Cards Season 3, Fargo Season 2. I'm going to do a lot of Bates Hotel Season 2. Alright. Becky says The Magicians is crap. The Magicians look like shit. There's not a lot of love for The Magicians. Not feeling very confident about that show. Ishan says that the first episode was leaked a month ago and the pilot episode looked pretty good. The protagonist is 15 years too old for the character. Yeah, I don't have my hopes up for The Magicians. I'm probably gonna hold off on that at least for a little bit. Knight says somehow started The Returned. So The Returned, that has a UK version and a US version as well, right? The one on Netflix, or maybe I'm confusing it with another show. Let me take a look. Let me just take a quick look. The Returned. All right, The Returned on A&E. Yeah, there are 2 versions of The Returned. One from 2012 that has 2 seasons, and one from 2015 that has 1 season, I think. Yep. Wow, Robel S asks a tough question. Top 2 Doctor Who episodes. Wow. I don't think I can do top 2, but I could probably do like a top 5 in no particular order. But yeah, so I'm guessing Blink is probably going to be up there. Heaven Sent from season 9 was an incredible episode, and granted, I'm only saying the ones that I remember. The 5 Doctors from the old, like from classic Doctor Who, the 5 Doctors. I think it was the 20th anniversary or something. Awesome episode. I loved it. The 3 Doctors is good as well, but the 5 Doctors is just great, and I loved it. And also, I don't remember if it was called The Day of the Doctor or Time of the Doctor. The 50th anniversary episode just left me in tears. It was really good. Other than that, there is a David Tennant episode that I don't remember exactly, but the one with Rose's dad, where Rose's dad says that we must look so tiny to you, and then the Doctor says you like in 900 years of time and space, I never met anyone that wasn't important, and you look like giants. I don't remember which episode was that, but that episode I remember I loved. Upwin Aardvark says, have you ever seen Firefly and Serenity? I have. I loved Firefly and I loved Serenity, and I don't want it to come back because it was just wrapped up. The movie wrapped everything up. It was really, I mean, I could definitely, I would have loved if, okay, we get it, the horn on your car works. But I would have loved if Firefly had a few more seasons back in the original run, but I don't want them to make another like season of Firefly now. And if they do make another season of Firefly ever, I hope it's just a different story in the same universe, not the same characters, because that story was good, and I want I want it to be preserved as it was. But I absolutely loved it. Poor Shop says, how was your day? My universal Q&A question. My day was a pretty good Saturday, man. I didn't do a whole lot. They're making a new thingy with Serenity. The pilot actor. What? I don't know. I didn't hear about a remake for Firefly. I'm hoping they're not going to remake it. Ishan says The Returned is a remake of Le Revenants. Watch that. Okay, so I'm guessing I'm going to have to watch both. I'll do that. I think the car driver wants you to check his lights. Yeah, man. That is. Do you know how long it takes me to make a Binge Watchers videos because of the noise from out there? Oh my god. It's really bad. I mean, I don't understand why everything doesn't stop when I'm trying to make a video. Like, seriously. How? Okay. Okay, so so I think we covered most of the things that I wanted to talk about. I'm kind of blanking on the rest of the things, and next time I'll probably write it down. But I was having a lot of fun, so if there's anything that any specific shows, any shows that you want to talk about, any questions that you have about a show, or an opinion that you want to share about a specific show. I want you to notice old Han Solo here in the background, Darth Vader, you can't really see, Michonne, Breaking Bad, Jesse with the car, 10th Doctor, Saul from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, TARDIS, and the Galaxy Quest thing. Just thought you might be interested in that. Pork Chop Review says, I've managed to lose 2 subscribers in the last minute. Do you want to know how many subscribers I've lost over the last while? Because I've lost a few. I don't know what I've been, doing wrong, but I have. I have lost quite a few, and I will tell you exactly how many. I don't know. I feel that channel's doing good. I'm happy with it. Okay, so over the last 28 days, I've lost 71 subscribers. I don't really get upset about it. I don't think you should either. I do wonder why. I mean, I don't unsubscribe to channels very frequently, but it makes room for, more people that want to watch the stuff. Yeah, I don't really think too much about it, but yeah. Let's see. Woo! The Marco Polo spin-off about 100 Eyes. Yeah, they did like an origin story for them on Netflix. It's like a 30-minute thing. 2017, a lot of book series will get TV shows. Dark Tower by Stephen King, Hyperion by Dan Simmons, and American Gods by Neil Gaiman. It sounds freaking amazing. Hyperion TV show sounds amazing. Dark Tower, I'm not. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing for sure. I haven't read the book, so I don't know. I'm reading American Gods right now. It's gonna be on HBO, and it's gonna be incredible, and I can't wait for that. 2017. Oh my god. Alright. Upwind says, yeah, I hope they don't remake Firefly either. They would have to recast at this point, and they would never get a cast as great as the originals. Yeah, I agree, but I don't think it's just that. It's also, I mean, they won't be able to capture like the same thing, right? I don't think so. I mean, the show did its thing because of some of the limitations that it had, like budget limitations and I don't know, the whole situation that was there kind of created this great show. Sorry. I don't think they'll be able to recreate that. The story is great on its own. No reason to reopen that story. A lot of subscribers lost might just be closed accounts, dead subs, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, I really don't. I just finished American Gods, it was awesome. Yeah, I'm reading it right now and it's crazy. It's a stupidly good book so far. Extremely long though. The People vs. O.J. Simpson is going to be cool, and also another show that I really want to watch is American Crime Story that already has season 1 out, and I really want to watch season 2 that's going to be starting up pretty soon. Yeah. I want to show you an article I wrote a while back that's finally coming through, but I can't send links. Just tweet it at me then. Yeah, there's a problem sending links over the chat, but yeah, just Twitter it up. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Yeah, I really want to maybe to get a fancy with the reviews, with the not the reviews, the streams, and maybe to do next stream. Maybe I want to do it with like to have other people as guests, but I need to figure out how to get like their stream into my stream, and then we'll cross the streams and everything. I'll figure it out. It'd be great. Something else that I want to ask you guys about is, this is a sensitive subject. How do you feel about every once in a while, not like as a very regular thing, but every once in a while, that I'll have someone else do a review. Because my favorite part about all of this is the conversation that we have about the shows. And I feel that maybe if every once in a while I'll have someone else do a review for a show instead of me, and like write their own review, do their own review, shoot it, and I think it might be cool, like as a different perspective. I don't know if for a show that I've also done a review for, or maybe just to do like where half of the video I give my opinion, then someone else gives their opinion. I haven't figured that out yet, but I think that's gonna be something. I think that's the conversation is gonna benefit from something like that. Not sure. Jason says, I'll cross streams with you. Yeah. Yep. Porkchop says, me too. Yeah, we should all cross streams. Yeah, I mean, I watched Scott's live stream that he did on Star Wars with the Boss Level 8 guys and DK from Declarations on NerdSync, and that was awesome. I mean, it was like just watching them have an awesome Skype call about Star Wars, and I watched the whole thing. That was great. So maybe we could do something like that, like a second opinion kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know if a second opinion, because I'm not sure if I'll do like maybe just a standalone thing, or maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. Okay, have you ever considered watching more animated shows? For example, I've been watching Gravity Falls recently, surprisingly well written and funny show. I have. I do want to make a review for a few anime shows. I will make a review for BoJack Horseman and F is for Family and a few of those shows, definitely. I don't know Gravity Falls. I will love it if you'd recommend some good animated shows to me. Twitter will be the easiest for that, but like here or comment on the videos, definitely. I definitely want to do that. Animated shows, go see Over the Garden Wall. I'll take a look at that. Hila says, debate videos with someone else can be cute, but a whole video of someone else, not sure. Yeah, I guess you're right, but I'm trying to think of a format that I could, like a segment that I could do. Something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Did you watch Prison Break? I did. I watched season 1, season 2 of Prison Break. Liked season 1. Wasn't a huge fan of it. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. Season 2 felt like a bit more of the same. Started to watch season 3, and it kind of went off the rails for me there. I do think that if I'll watch it again, maybe I'll like it better, because a lot of people seem to regard it as like a super high quality TV show, up there with Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Mad Men, and I really don't feel that way. But yeah, it was a really long time ago, so maybe I'm gonna have to revisit that as well. Porkchop says, I like the flower one a few months back. Yeah, the one that Craig did for me when I was traveling. Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. Yeah, something of that nature. Jason says, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. I have watched a lot of Bob's Burgers, and it's awesome. The only thing that I cannot get rid of, the same guy, Benjamin something, that does Archer, he does Bob as well. And I cannot get that out of my head when watching that. I also, anything live that I see that actor in as well. He was in Master of None, and I just see Archer. Knight says, I don't think Breaking Bad was that good. Watched it at the beginning of 2015, and then he corrected himself to Prison Break. Yeah, Breaking Bad is pretty good. It's universally recognized as a great show. Although, I mean, I can understand why some people don't like it. I don't think it's the best show. It's not my absolute favorite show. My favorite show is probably still Sons of Anarchy. Pork Chop says that if I need anime, I've got quite the list for you. Yeah, I got a lot of anime shows that I got requests for. It's gonna take me a while. Knight asks if I was talking about Breaking Bad or Prison Break. I said that Prison Break, not a huge fan, and I don't think it's up there with the Breaking Bad or Sons of Anarchy, just as an example. But maybe I need to revisit it because I don't know. The reviews for it are stellar, are really good. You know that Prison Break is the most watched title on Netflix. Like, it is the thing that have been watched the most times, and it's actually coming back. They're doing the 24 revival, and they're doing another season of Prison Break. I don't know if it's going to be like a reunion or something. They did have that show Breakout Kings that had T-Dog in it from Prison Break as the same character in the same universe. Yeah, so maybe I'll revisit the show just to get ready for that, but not super excited about it. Animated, regular show, BoJack and Bob's Burger, Hila says. Yeah, Bob's Burgers is great. Regular show, I didn't get the chance to watch it. And BoJack, I'm halfway through season 1 on BoJack Horseman, and I was watching it just a little bit before the show as well, earlier today, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. But I think that BoJack Horseman is... it's going to be rough doing a review about it. It's going to be rough because I don't know. It's a very specific kind of thing. I know that everything is subjective, and all this channel is all about opinions, right? But the things that you take from BoJack Horseman, like the things that kind of project onto you and the things that resonate with you, are so different, I would imagine, for anyone else that watches it. So I will do a video about it, but it's going to be like a super tailored video to me. But yeah. You mean Teabag, not T-Dog. Sorry, yeah. Teabag. Yeah, T-Dog was from Walking Dead, that's right. Yeah, you see how that show resonated with me. Pork Chop says that I feel True Detective was overrated. As I understand it, season 2 was not great. I didn't watch it yet, and I'm not done with season 1 yet either. They should do a Scared Straight and Prison Break crossover. Have you seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I didn't see all the million seasons that it has, but I did watch a few of the first seasons, and I loved it. It's great. And Knight says, just to be clear, Breaking Bad, awesome. Prison Break, okay-ish. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Kvuthe? I don't know, but you said... I voted for BoJack Horseman, so I'm guessing you mean on bingewatchers.space/votes. Yeah, a lot of you voted there, which is awesome, and thank you for that. And a lot of you have been commenting there about other shows that I should be reviewing, and I added them to the list. Thank you for that. That is absolutely awesome. Yes. Let's see. All right, we're gonna be. Just call me Danny. All right. Knight says that season 2 of BoJack Horseman is even better. I just yesterday had a friend, which might still be on the stream right now, tell me that he thinks the exact opposite. That season 2 is not as good as season 1. All right, we have 2 Dannys. Hila says, I tried Master of None and didn't find it funny at all. Any other recommendations for comedies on Netflix? So Master of None, I don't think it's like a balls out funny kind of show, and I don't think that's what they were going for, but it's just so charming and I do think it's very well acted. Yeah, I think it's like a super well done show, and all the introspective stuff and all the observations that they do about really mundane things, I really appreciated. But I also didn't think it was really funny. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, I thought was pretty funny. Not like incredible, but it was pretty funny. And not on Netflix, but Community is one of the funniest thing ever. And oh yeah, a lot of amazing stand-ups on Netflix as well. Knight says, I watched Master of None first episode, not mine. Maybe I should watch the stand-up first. You don't really need to watch the Aziz Ansari stand-up for Master of None. There is a lot. I mean, you will see some of the same stories as well, but it's the same for Aziz Ansari's stand-ups, right? I don't think that his stand-ups are really funny. I do really love watching them, and I watch them all because I love his observations, and I feel the same way about the show. Yeah, Community is one of the funniest things I've seen on television ever. And Archer, I mean, I imagine that you've already watched Archer, but if you haven't, Archer is the kind of show that I have to pause so I could catch my breath. Porkchop says, I think the opposite, that's the beauty of comedy. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it's really tough to review comedies as well, because I mean, it really comes down to, is it funny or is it not funny? But the thing that I like about Master of None, that I do feel that it offers more than being a funny show. But yeah. Did you watch Beasts of No Nation? No, I have not yet. I am waiting. My wife and I are going to watch that together soon, so I'm waiting for her on that one. But it seems great. What was Community again? That Amazon original? No, Community. The last season of Community is a Yahoo original, which is apparently a thing. But the first seasons were on, regular old people television, where you have to wait. You have to wait for a week to watch an episode. What? Yeah, so that's apparently still a thing. No, just kidding. But Community was, I don't know what network it was on, but it's a sitcom. Not really a sitcom, but it's a comedy show about a study group in a community college. And it's a very specific type of humor. If you like that sort of thing, really, it's somewhere between nonsense and social commentary, I would say. I love it. I think it's great. Hila says, I stopped watching Archer in season 4. It was hilarious, just became meh. So you didn't watch Archer Vice? Is what you're saying, Hila? Because Archer Vice is brilliant. What is my favorite movie? Reservoir Dogs. I know that is a bit cliche, but it is. I love Reservoir Dogs, and I love the Boondock Saints as well. Those are currently my favorite movies. Ron, you should give Black Sails a second chance, according to the previous live stream. It's getting better in season 2. I will give Black Sails a second chance. It has been decided. What didn't make any money, Jason? If Community... Knight says the Community is on Amazon Germany. Might watch it. Definitely try it. Definitely try it. I think it's great. Okay, we're gonna be wrapping up soon. I want a show with Eminem as the lead. Do you? I don't think he's that great of an actor. I've only seen him in 8 Mile. Did he do anything else but that? But, yeah. Yahoo Screen? What type of show would you like to see with Eminem as the lead? Man, I am craving for some M&Ms right now. And also, I don't know how to make... I bought a new webcam. This was the only one that they had at the store, and it says widescreen on the thing. It says widescreen, yet the screen is not wide, I must say. But it's probably because I suck at, like, broadcasting. Man. Jason says, I want to see a Mrs. Doubtfire TV show with Eminem. Yep, I would watch that right after Fuller House. Eminem on Game of Thrones. If I had any budget to do sketches, Eminem on Game of Thrones, top of that list. I do want to make a sketch about how fighting training works on Arrow, that basically you walk into a gym with a lot of angst about something, about just bringing your dead sister back to life and then killing her and then bring her back to life again or something. And then like the trainer saying something like, you are not good at this. And then they literally just train for 10 minutes and she is the best at fighting like special black ops people all the time. And that is how everybody gets good at fighting on Arrow, except for the one person on Arrow, which is John Diggle, that actually has a reason to be good at fighting, because he was a soldier and he was like super black ops kind of thing, and he has like all the training and all the reasons to be good at fighting, and all these other people that train for like a week gonna kick his ass. Oh my god. Do you know if Bloodline Season 2 is going to start? Thanks to your review, I binge watched the shit out of it. Wow, I loved Season 1 of Bloodline. Season 2 of Bloodline, I think that's only going to be 2017. I'm not sure though, but I think that is the case. Bloodline Season 2. What? No, I don't see a release date. It's currently filming. Season 2 shooting now will be released mid-2016. It says. It's an estimate. I don't know. We have a lot of Netflix originals coming mid-2016, so I don't know if they're going to cram that in there as well. Well, what about Thea? She has a good reason. Yeah, but Thea also trained for 0 time and then became like a total badass. She trained for, I mean, if you train like all day, that's all you do. And I get this is a comic book show and a stupid discussion to have, but yeah. If you train like all day for a few months, you're still not the best in the world at fighting, which is exactly what happened with Thea, and exactly what happened with Laurel, and exactly what happened with Roy, and also how memory works in Arrow with the I don't remember. I want you to try to remember. I remember. Yeah, it's a comic book show. Yeah. Bloodline Season 2 is not on the premiere date list yet. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and also, if we're on the subject of Arrow, the amount of things that they are cramming into the flashbacks back to the island, I mean, Oliver Queen has to be like 47 years old at least. Because, I mean, I stopped buying somewhere in Season 3 that it was just 5 years. So according to that, maybe for like the first month there, he spent some time shooting arrows and slapping water and wax on, wax off kind of thing. And the rest of the time, like, he joined the militia and he went back to the city and to Hong Kong and everything. Like, did like a shitload of stuff. I'm not buying the 5 years anymore, man. I'm just not buying it. Have you watched The Mentalist? Enjoyed it a lot. I did watch a lot of The Mentalist. Not a big fan of it because it felt like every episode was pretty much the same thing. So not a huge fan of it. I mean, the first season was good, but after that it felt like more of the same. Maybe, I don't know, in later seasons does it become more about the story? Because I did catch an episode from a later season, I think like season 4 or 5, when I was in the gym. And it was still just like the same episode of The Mentalist that you always see. Okay. Jason says, should have aged more than Obama in the presidency. Wow, that before and after was pretty mean. Mike asks, what was my favorite film of 2015? Wow, I did not watch a lot of movies in 2015. Probably The Hateful Eight, I would say. I didn't watch The Revenant yet, but like new movies, not just movies that I watched in 2015. I don't remember probably a lot of them. I absolutely loved Star Wars, but it doesn't get a lot of nostalgia points with me because I was never a huge fan of the franchise. I think I am now because I really liked The Force Awakens, but I really enjoyed The Hateful Eight, especially because I watched it in like a huge IMAX theater with like everything, so it was a really good experience all around. Also, Bridge of Spies. Bridge of Spies was really good as well. Absolutely loved. So those two, Bridge of Spies and Hateful Eight. Okay, Domino says I gotta go, but I'll catch the end as a video. Sure, man. Thanks for hanging out. It means a lot to me. And we're probably gonna be wrapping up soon, so you won't miss too much. Have you seen The Martian of Ex Machina? Yes, I did. I read the book. I read The Martian, and I loved the book. The book was absolutely great. One of the best books I've read lately. And the movie was good. It was a bit disappointing. I'm not sure that I can tell you why, but I didn't love the movie. I thought it was a good time, but nothing like super special. I did really like the book though, and Ex Machina was great. I loved Ex Machina, and I watched both of them on a plane this year. Mike says definitely go and see The Revenant. It was my favorite movie up there with Star Wars and Bridge of Spies. Yeah, I really want to, but I want to catch it in a theater and not at home. Porkchop Review says I read The Martian like 3 times. Wow. Yeah, I thought that Matt Damon did a really good job. He was really just as I pictured the character, but I don't know, something was not great about it. I didn't watch Creed yet. I really want to. Do you know that Sylvester Stallone has become one of the very few actors to be nominated for an Academy Award twice for the same character? That is what that movie has done for him. Which, I mean, a lot of the review says that one of the best Sylvester Stallone performances of his career, to which I have to say, is that really such a hard thing to do? I don't know. I haven't seen all of Sylvester Stallone's movies. Yeah. I mean, Rambo, like First Blood was good. First Blood, he had that monologue at the end about being a veteran that comes back to society after being in charge of like tanks and stuff. That was pretty solid acting. Becky also has to run. Yeah, we've been going for almost 2 hours. I have to say that I was I was aiming for 1 hour, but I'm having so much fun. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up. He's not much good at anything but Rocky and Rambo. Let's see. I watched The Martian, now can't read the book. You can read the book. Listen to the audiobook then while you're doing something. The audiobook for it is really, really good. It was the first audiobook that I ever listened to. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, the Expendables. Oh my god, do you know that they're making an Expendables TV show? It's a thing. The last TV news episode that I ever made was about that, I think. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to wrap this up. It is 1 a.m. for me right now. Quickly, just for the people who are still here, I appreciate you immensely. Just want to let you know that. Could you just tell me what time is it where you're at right now? Like what time zone you're on? So what time is it in wherever it is that you're at right now? I did that on the last stream, and I'm probably going to do that on every stream. I don't know why. I just really like knowing that. Andre says, hey bro, fan from Turkey. That's awesome, hey. Wasn't that good at the Expendables. 6 EST, 11 p.m., 1 a.m. for me. Hey, Greece, same time zone as me. I don't know why, but that kind of Knight commented about this earlier, about how awesome it is that we're a bunch of people from all over the world just sitting here and talking about TV. People that, that kind of don't know each other, connected over this kind of thing. And then he said, what a great time to be alive. And it made me a bit of a dramatic statement, but I totally agree. And that kind of asserts that for me. Yeah. I probably should be getting to bed, but what I'm going to do right now is play Dragon Age Inquisition. That is what I'm going to do for like the foreseeable future. And then I will go sleep for a few hours. That is my plan. Okay, so I want to thank all of you. This was so much fun. Next stream will be either next week or in 2 weeks. I'm not sure yet. Be on the lookout for a video. And also remember that I'm giving away a t-shirt. And you can go and watch the video that I made for that. It's called the video about the upcoming live stream and the giveaway. Go watch that video if you don't know about the giveaway. I'm giving away a t-shirt. So that's going to be this week. So I'm super excited about giving someone a t-shirt, about sending you that t-shirt and then having you take a picture of yourself with that t-shirt. Yeah, so sleep is for the weak, Jason says. The only thing that I have left to say while I am clicking towards the live event thing that will end the stream is... No, that is not what I was going for. Is keep binging. And I will see you next time. And also, I love you.